poverty in America is no joke. It's an endless cycle of working toward a goal, getting very close to it, but reaping absolutely no benefit. Families that live in poverty in America really support each other and work for each other. But it shouldn't be impossible for a mother to buy milk for her children. It shouldn't be impossible for a father that works 40 hours a week to supply for his family's needs and then enough to pay rent. And it shouldn't be impossible for a kid that wants to go to college to better himself and make himself a future. For families that are in the middle and working class in America, the feeling of opportunity has been lost. And it's almost as a result of the people that represent us in government because they don't represent us at all. When I moved here from Baltimore, Maryland to Wichita, Kansas, I lived in a very small apartment in a not so good area of town. And as I was growing up, we had to be under the Women and Children's Program, which is the WIC program that supplies once a month. You get a check from the government that allows you to get groceries, food, and other accommodations. So when I would go to the grocery store with my mom and get different groceries and stuff that we need, I just wonder, like, this is nice, everyone must get groceries this way or live this way. But I didn't realize that till a kid came up to me in school and he said, Dom, you're always gonna live like this, right? Life is like this. And I asked myself, why? Why is life like this? Politically speaking, we don't vote in America. In a case for compulsory voting, written in 2007, issue 121 of the Harvard Law Review stated that American voter turnouts are actually lower than other democratic countries. So therefore, if we don't vote, then how are our voices being heard? So when other politicians are elected into power that don't represent us, they don't know the issues that plague the middle and working class. For example, number one, college tuition has been increasing, actually quadrupled over the past decade, and the debt is unforgivable. Number two, the cost of living has increased, but the wage has been the same. Number three, a lot of Americans still don't have adequate health coverage. A lot of them don't fit under Barack Obama's act, Obamacare. And unfortunately, prescription drug bills are increasingly insanely high. So the solution to all this is very simple. Elect a candidate that will represent the people and fight for the people. And that candidate is Senator Bernie Sanders. For 40 years, this senator from Vermont has been working for the middle class and the working class. In this election cycle that we've been watching and going through, most of the candidates are funded by super PACs. Now, super PACs are basically organizations or groups that fund a candidate and raise money for them. But they also have great influence over those candidates. Bernie Sanders isn't funded by super PACs. In LWV, Authors of Bernie Sanders, written in 2016, issue 1 of the League of Women Voters, Bernie Sanders himself stated, "I will address the difficult challenges in America by bringing people together and invigorating democracy in the middle class, working families, and in people that just cannot make that much in America." So, getting people to vote collectively and getting people to vote early is one of these solutions. In a case for compulsory voting, written in 2007, issue 121 of the Harvard Law Review, it states, compulsory voting or voting in a group actually improves voter turnout rates. Simple, right? You vote in a group rather than voting by yourself, the voter turnout rate will be higher. Second, Mary Birmingham, author of States to Make a Change to Get the Vote Out, written in 2014, issue 57.5 of the Capital Ideals, stated, voting early can actually encourage people to vote. And also, it allows people that would have voted to be able to have a chance to vote earlier in case they can't be able to. So now let's hear some actual solutions by Bernie Sanders himself, written in his own website that I will give a paper out to show his different proposals. But proposal number 1, completely eradicate public state college tuition. Solution number 2, raise the working minimum wage from $7.15 to $15 an hour. Solution number 3, enact a healthcare plan that is a no person left behind system to ensure all Americans get healthcare. Now, under the current healthcare plan that is for most people in America that have health insurance, this is what happens. If you make $50,000 as a family, right, your family will pay at average $6,273 for health insurance. Under Bernie Sanders' plan, you would pay $466. That is over $5,807 worth of savings. And also, Bernie Sanders, in that pamphlet paper I was talking about, his website that I addressed earlier, also talks about how we can actually lower the prices of prescription drugs to make them more affordable for people. But here's the but everyone's wondering. How does he propose to pay for his proposals? It's very simple. Taxes. That, again, that's explained in the pamphlet that I'll pass out to people, but that is the main reason how we can actually pay for all these things that he has proposed. So now, if we were all to go vote and vote for Bernie Sanders, it would actually make our country progressive again, get us moving and create change. But if we don't vote for him, we'll be in the same stagnant way of living that we've been living. And we all know if you stay stagnant, there's not going to be any change. Now, all I'm saying is completely pointless if we don't actually go out and vote. That's why, again, in the pamphlet that I'm going to pass out to, it will show you how to register to vote online and in your county so you can go and vote in voting centers in Kansas this fall. A political revolution is coming, and we have a chance to be a part of it. We can make America a place for our future generations to strive in. So we can live in a place that when your children grow up, they don't have to grow up like my family did in poverty.